With year one in the books, I said goodbye to my two best players who are graduating and prepared for what was next.
Full range, you see him start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't. Ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
God damn it! These new players suck. All right, starting off year two, adding UMASS and UConn to Conference USA seems like a reasonable conference for them to potentially join. And since we did so well last season, the stadium is actually full for once, which, is very exciting. Brings some good vibes. And our first Conference USA game is against Louisiana Tech. And this season is not going to be the same as last season, especially on offense. As you already saw at the beginning of this video, the first offensive drive of the season ends with this fumble. But that is slightly better than our second drive, which ended in this ridiculous interception. Fortunately, we would get our own interception here and a nice little run back. I told you, this season's going to be very different, at least if the first game's any indication. Then we'd punch it in with some hard-nosed running here by our running back. Then Louisiana Tech would miss a field goal, or as we call it, the defense would get a stop, which would give us a chance to go down the field and score before halftime. Of course, we would throw an interception instead. But we'd get an interception right back, really treating the crowd to some offensive fireworks. I mean, offensive self-destruction is close enough, right? But we would turn around and change that interception into a fumble to the other team. Fortunately, they wouldn't try to do anything with it, probably because they didn't want to turn it over, so we'd go into halftime with a 7-0 lead. To start the second half, we'd march right down the field and kick a field goal. Then Louisiana State would finally score, cutting the lead to 10-7. Then we'd respond by kicking a field goal and missing it. Fortunately, later in the fourth, we'd finally pass for a touchdown. I wasn't sure this would happen this game. Then Louisiana Tech would try to make a comeback, but they would fail on fourth down. And we would get our first win of the season, first Conference USA win. I'm probably going to start a different quarterback in the second game. Not sure the sophomore's ready. And I really don't want to accept that it's probably my fault that we didn't play well. So I'm going to blame it on the fake quarterback.